Hi, Dan Gookin here, City of Coeur d'Alene City Councilman and controversial fellow. Um, so coming up on June 13th is going to be this Liberate America thing. I will put up there for you to look at. It's put on by North Idaho Exposed, which is Casey Whalen, runs a YouTube channel and does various things which he believes is promoting freedom and liberty. Also sponsored by the Readout News. I'm not a fan of them. And Health Freedom Idaho. Never heard of that. Here's the deal. This is at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds. Right? That's not in the city limits. That's county property, which means if this event is, if they've been permitted and everything, that's by the county. So if you want to call to complain, don't call the city. Call the county. They love to hear people complain. And I've gotten a letter in my city email inbox regarding this event. And I'll throw that up for you now. And the full context of the letter is put in on my YouTube page down below. So you could read the full contents if you want to. Dear Councilmember Gookin, I'm writing today because I'm deeply concerned about the upcoming multi-state gathering at Kootenai County Fairgrounds to Liberate America on June 13th. And then it goes on to say, you can read the rest of it, but it goes on and says, staying neutral on this is not an option, Councilmember Gookin. The speakers are discussing rising up in a second civil war. The event is sponsored by the Readout, and they want to make Coeur d'Alene their capital, all that. Either you condone or condemn this event. Well, I love it when people... There's two kinds of emails I love getting as a council member. The first one is this one where they say, make a stand. Tell us what you really think. And, of course, not every issue is cut and dry. I mean, there's a lot of things where we have to weigh both sides. And... there's never, very seldom, really been any decision that comes to an elected official where it's just so frickin' obvious that you're going to definitely take a side or not. They got these. There's also the other ones that says, "I'm very sorry I voted for you. Why did I vote for you?" Blah blah blah. Okay, this is just a way, and this is allowable under the First Amendment. You can petition the government for redress of grievances, and so you can write me and say whatever you want. Now, of course, I'm probably going to be the only council member who responded to this. I think the mayor might respond, Christy Wood might respond, but I don't know if the rest of them do. You don't have to. I mean, it's kind of an aggressive email there, but I'm up to the challenge. So here was my response, Mr. And I do not support the agenda of those speaking on June 13th, and I don't. I don't support the Readout. I don't support Mr. Shea. I think they're far more abusive than they are effective. And that's terrible for an elected official. And I don't agree with a lot of the sentiments that they have. I think they're anti-American, quite honestly. Anyway, I go on to say I have sworn an oath to uphold the Constitution. And I take that oath very seriously. And these people have a right to peaceably assemble and protest the government. Whether we agree with them or not, these are rights that I do protect. And that is my job as an elected official. So you can think they're being foolish. And that's fine. Maybe they are being foolish. Maybe they are being dangerous. There's been other gatherings, and we haven't had an explosion of cases here in Kootenai County. We're talking here in Kootenai County, where no one has died, where very few, well, I think one person was in the hospital for a little bit, but the rest of them have not been hospitalized. The rate of infection has slowed, even though we've opened up. And there's a lot of people ignoring the social distancing thing. I think that's their right, too, because I write here, to live in a free society, we must accept risks. If you don't want to attend, stay home, as I plan on doing. I'm not going to show up to the thing. It's going to be in June. It's a couple of weeks from now. We don't know what the data is going to be. Obviously, if we suddenly get 20, 30 cases a day showing up in the hospital, I think people would automatically self-isolate and not show up. But otherwise... this fear, this panic that people have, it's understandable. With the media hammering you every day and a lot of crap that you see on social media where, you have people that are just seriously terrified. And we have to respect that people are terrified. But you are responsible for yourself. This is a free society, and you are responsible for what you do. Okay? You can spread that out among the community and try to take care of everyone. You're going to fail at that. But definitely, please don't use the hammer of government to force people to do things. That is abusive. Even if you think you're acting in someone else's best interest, It is morally wrong. So they're going to have their protest. They're going to do it on the 13th. You don't want to go? Don't go. And then if, 14 days later, they all kind of get sick, you can wag the finger of I told you so. Otherwise, let them be.